Today we will be focusing on the graphic design community and the writing expertise and genres that are within it. First, we will begin with an overview of the research that was done. To start off the research process, we were introduced to the concepts of writing expertise and genres within discourse communities. Once we had a good understanding of these terms, we began to develop our research questions. Since the focus of my research project was in graphic design, my research questions focused on writing and genres within the graphic design community. Once the research questions were formed, it was time to find a contact. I was able to find a graphic designer by the name of Jasmine, who had been working as a graphic designer for about 4 years, so I was able to learn a lot of valuable information from her. Once the interview was complete, I gathered all the information learned and analyzed the results in a research project. For the research questions, it is important to ask as many questions relating to the topic as possible. The two questions I focused on were, what types of genres are used within the graphic design community? And how and where is writing used in the graphic design community? For the interview, I was able to find a trusted and experienced graphic designer to answer all of my questions. Unfortunately, I was not able to conduct the interview in person, so I conducted it over the phone. My interviewee, Jasmine, answered all of my questions, giving many details, which I jotted down in a notebook. During this interview, we also did a genre analysis. The genre analysis portion of the interview is an analysis of common texts and documents that are commonly used by graphic designers. These include the AIGA Standard Agreement for Design, infographics, and the book Graphic Design School. The AIGA Standard Agreement for Design is a contract that is used by graphic designers to ensure that important information like fees, cancellation, and schedule is made clear prior to the start of the design project. Similar to the AIGA, infographics are also commonly used by graphic designers. Infographics make things easier for the graphic designer and the client. Since graphic design terms may be difficult to understand for some people, graphic designers use infographics to simplify an explanation of their projects. This gives way for the graphic designer and the client to understand each other better, so that no problems arise during the completion of the project. The book Graphic Design School is also quite common and useful within this community. It is mostly used by beginner graphic designers, but can also be used by more experienced graphic designers to look back on for ideas and examples. In conclusion, this research project helped me learn a great deal of information about writing and genres within the graphic design community. I went into this project having no clue about how writing is used in such a visual-based field, but I learned that writing is crucial with many things in graphic design. I learned that it is important when doing a project to be able to write or edit contracts, to make sure that the graphic designer and the client have good understanding of the terms, so that if a problem arises, they can look back at the contract for guidance. I also learned that being able to create easy-to-understand infographics for clients is also important to make sure the project runs smoothly.